JH Vice Principal, Episode 10, At My Side, Part 2. Let's all believe in the power of prayer for this one and hope Phoebe kicks their asses. Oh no, I cursed in the first 10 seconds. Now YouTube's going to demonetize this. Oh wait. Don't care. Who cares? Anyway, yeah. Probably should have listened right with episode 9, but meh. You didn't wait a week. That's something, right? La Sun Junior High, September 2018. When Riley was still alive.
Want to have a sleepover at my place this weekend, bestie? I've got nothing else planned.
Sure, I'm all caught up with my homework. That stuff is not exactly a challenge, it's a breeze.
We could have the whole basement to ourselves.
Hey you, redhead in the red sweatshirt. Quick question.
Do you have any idea how low that narrows
Which
it down?
name do you prefer? Cherry Top, Big Red, or just the classic, Ginger? Whatever you prefer, you better listen carefully.
Please don't be the last one. I don't want to be erased by Hollywood.
Listen here, you entitled pink hat wearing blonde haired bitch. I don't know what kind of business you have thinking you can just come right on over here and call shots thinking you're some kind of queen bee. But you have absolutely no right to be saying such things to my bestie.
Yeah.
So,
she's
take
never
your
been
pretty
talked
little
to
spoiled
like that
feet in those
before.
obviously
That's why
expensive
she
heels.
has the
Walk your pretty little legs on out of here and away
problem
from us
with
in the
Riley.
other direction, and don't come up to us trying to be in charge. We won't take the bull from someone who got spoiled and pampered because mommy and daddy couldn't give her enough of their love and affection. And if you dare try and disrespect my best friend Phoebe ever again, you'll have me to answer too. We clear on that, bitch?
Just cut to the freaking
Big
crowd
mistake.
thing.
You two.
Riley just broke her down
especially you,
in 10
tough,
seconds,
empathetic little
maybe
Ginger.
20.
I promise that I will make these.
It's
last
like
few years
Guardians
of school
3.
for you both a living
I don't have
hell.
any time to deal with another supervillain whose
I would
mommy
watch
didn't love him
yourselves.
enough.
Do we heed that warning from that girl Riley? She sounded pretty serious about what she said.
Who? Paige. She's all talk and no action. Trust me, I've seen the kind of character she can be. She won't do shit. And even if she tries, don't worry about her bestie. I'll be at your side.
Oh god, they're gonna show that Riley's suicide was a murder. Not gonna lie, if I was writing this, she would just walked into a locker or something.
As we
But
both
that would
know,
kill the
Phoebe,
mood.
from that day onward that Riley stood up to me, I vowed to become queen bee of our school.
Oh, you were Queen
And
Bee,
it
alright?
worked.
Queen
I soon had
Bitch.
almost the entire student body at my side.
Yeah, until you made Riley take her own life. Then those very same students turned on you and betrayed you.
A small setback, yes. But it wouldn't have come to that if you and Riley had just played along in the first place to what I had to say.
All you had to do
Although
was
I never
obey
showed
all
it
my
at
orders.
first, I
What
would
was
have
that?
gladly
Was that so
taken you
hard to
both
ask
under my
for?
wing, and nothing bad would have had to come to either of you too.
And the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
And how would you know that I'm lying? You don't know jack shit, Perez. You're still the same.
I'd
Press
be
Kamar
shaking in my
comes in,
shoes
lead
right
my
now
name
with you
out of
here,
this.
Paige, if I was still the same as you make it out to be.
You still are. I know you are.
Phoebe, you're literally staring down the very girl who you couldn't stand up to. The girl who traumatized you in order to prove a point.
Sorry, Kevin, but proving a point means absolutely nothing when it all comes collapsing down on top of you. What has happened to both you and Paige has all but proven that to a T.
Save me your pitiful lecture, Perez.
Yeah, no kidding. Paige and I haven't failed.
And the lie detector test determined
That
that's another
was a
lie.
lie.
And do you
Is
two
that the
want
only
to know
line
how
you
I know
have?
that?
Because you're delusional?
I was going to say it's because you two have had similar patterns in what you both have done.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do. It's pretty obvious if you ask me.
What's obvious is that you are being so delusional that I doubt you could make sense of your little theory.
Okay, then Paige, let's put what you just said to the test then. Here's fact number 1. Around the time the new school year started, Kevin, I remember the day when you targeted me after I ratted you out in Mrs. Brooks' class. You said the next time I got you in trouble, you said that you would make my high school years a living hell. Ironic, because Paige, after Riley stood up to you, you pretty much said the exact same thing. You both basically intended to try and make my school years unbearable for me. Here's fact number 2. You and Kevin each had circumstances where people did your dirty work for you by making them be your little puppets. You both used others when you didn't want to do things yourselves. Fact number 3. When things don't go the way you two planned that they would go, you two both took your own extreme measures to make sure you would each succeed. In your case, Kevin, your extreme measure that you took was bringing Paige here to try and traumatize me. And in your case, Paige, your extreme measure was having you and your group push it with Riley, which, as you and I both know, ultimately would result in her taking her own life. In the time I have gotten to know you both, you two have individually threatened me, had people do your dirty work, and have each taken extreme measures just so that things would go the way so that you two would win and get your way in the end. Which proves that you two have had some form of similar styles to your bullying tactics. That's pretty sad if you ask me.
No, Phoebe, what is sad is that you think you're in some kind of position to try and act like you know me and Kevin so that you can try and stand up to me and him right now.
Bitch, I just proved
While I
everything.
hate to
And
rain
you
on
just
your
don't want to admit
parade,
it.
you can't, because I know that you're still a scaredy little bitch, just like you were in the past.
You know I'm saying up to you
Yeah,
right now,
exactly.
right?
I'm not surprised that you would like to immediately think of me like that, Paige. It's a natural response. But I would like to bring up one important keyword that you just said. Past. Everything that happened between you and me, and even Riley for that matter. All of that stuff happened in the past, in 6th grade. It's been 4 good years since Riley took her own life. Even now, it hurts to think about the pain she was going through.
Oh, boo-hoo, Phoebe, I don't care.
You don't care that Riley's gone?
No, I don't. Because I already served what the legal system decided was a fitting punishment for me.
How interesting.
Interesting? Being
How?
sent to a juvenile detention center for a couple years without being able to do what you want is not interesting, Perez. To me, being stuck there was the worst time of my life. It didn't
Hey,
help
you want to
either
know what's
that
a
it was
worse
around the time
experience?
when the stupid
Death.
pandemic
Because you
started.
can't do whatever you want for
Wearing
the rest
face
of your
masks,
life.
having to social distance, and following different guidelines, it made things even more unbearable for me.
Where's my world's
Because
smallest
of what happened to
violin?
Riley. I would say that you got off easy, Paige.
You want to know something else that's easy, Phoebe? Me kicking your ass right into the pavement.
Okay, Paige. Do it. Beat me right into the pavement.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, seriously, Phoebe?
Some serious divine
Yes,
intervention about to
Paige,
go
I'm
on.
serious. Go right on ahead, take your best swing at me. Pound me right into the pavement. Do whatever you want to do to me. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. And I will tell you why. I'm not afraid of you, not even a bit, not anymore, Paige. No matter what you try and do to me from this point on, I will just get right back up. Or, if you were for some reason to beat me up so bad that you could end up killing me right here and now, I don't need to worry at all. Because I know that I will still find peace. And I also know that I will finally be reunited with Riley. The thing is, Paige, I've met lots
I'll
of great
leave my
people
old
since
friends
the beginning
dead
of my sophomore
behind.
school year. And in the end, I'll always have somebody at my side backing me up. Whether it is in person, in spirit, or as my guardian angel who has a presence that I can feel. What do you have to say to that?
What do
Whack.
I have to say to that? I'll tell you, Perez. I say you are still the same shy, stupid, delusional,
Uh-oh.
pathetic,
Paige?
scaredy cat red-haired bitch that you are.
Paige.
You don't scare me, and
Someone
I've
call
had
the
enough
police.
of your ridiculous words.
Paige.
I've waited a long fucking time for this moment, and I will enjoy every single second of it.
Paige.
Will you shut up? Can't you see that I'm busy right now? You did, after all, ask me to come here so that I can traumatize Phoebe.
Forget that, Paige. We've got company.
Jason Mimi. You called the police? No, that's her. The hell are you even doing here? Right place, right time?
What's the big deal,
Good
Kevin?
music choice, though.
Paige, we are now seriously fucked.
Run
I'm getting
to
out of here.
Nebraska.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Your
cr-
escape route has
You're
just
dead.
been blocked
You're
off.
just dead. There is no out.
This is so bad.
This is still gonna be one of the copyright stuff I get.
Looks like we got here just in time.
Vice Principal Hubbard, Principal Moonlight? What are you two doing here?
Very good question,
We'll
Riley.
explain everything later, Phoebe. But right now, me and Vice Principal Hubbard have a Laurel and Hardy to deal with.
And for starters, Kevin quit it with the jumping around.
I don't know. It's a
Look,
pretty good
Vice
reaction to
Principal
have.
Hubbard, Principal Moonlight. We can talk about this, right?
His knees are even
The
longer.
only people you're going
Yeah,
to
we
talk
can
to
talk,
are
all right.
Mr.
Oh,
Cross.
hey, that hurts.
You
Let
are
me go.
coming with me.
Now it's just you and me, you cocky little bitch.
Death.
Am I missing something here?
An
Coming
ass
from
whooping,
you,
yes.
That is an understatement. You are indeed missing something, because your brain is too small to comprehend just how screwed you are.
Ooh.
Paige, that's your name.
Starting with a low blow.
Correct. You young lady can act like you are tough and confident all you want. But you actually aren't as tough and confident as you think you are. Your little charade won't work on me.
Charade? I don't have a charade. I actually am one tough bitch.
And the lie detector test determined
That
was
was
a
a lie.
lie. You're not a tough
Becoming a
bitch.
catchphrase.
You're actually a spoiled little brat.
Yeah, well, the
who
lie
tries
detector
to
determined
act
this
tough
was a good
because she
episode.
got spoiled and
It's not over
pampered
yet,
throughout your life growing up. Problem is, you haven't met or had to come face to face with someone like me before.
I would choose your next move carefully, Paige.
Think for
Principal
once in your
Moonlight
life.
can and will easily annihilate you, because she knows how to kick ass and put people in their place. Including someone like you.
Oh, shut it, Phoebe. Nobody asked you to butt in. And wipe that stupid smile off your face.
Well, I hate to rain on your parade, Paige, but Phoebe can smile all she wants. She's
It's a
right.
free
I
country.
can easily put someone like you in your place. Don't try and act tough, because I'm sure that you got lots of hate from people after ultimately being responsible for the suicide of Phoebe's best friend, Riley. And even though you are just evil to your sick heart, we all know that there's a special place in hell for you.
Oh yeah, right. Why don't you just stop with the empty threats already?
Phoebe, you better step back. This is going to get
Mimi
real
doesn't
ugly.
do empty
Sure thing,
threats.
Principal Moonlight.
Ever.
Things are going to get real ugly? Yeah, right.
Get over here.
Yeah, just wah.
I should have brought popcorn.
I know, right? Riley just be like, oh god, even I was
Tag out,
expecting that.
Paige. Tag out. Tag out.
No more, please.
It's tap
I beg
out.
of you, no more. Stop. I've suffered enough.
Oh, believe me, bitch, you haven't seen anything. Now, get your sorry ass up and let's
If you could
go,
do like
because
anything
you're coming with me.
with beyond and not be limited, but imagine like black eye bleeding somewhere
I
and
know that you're
arm bent
never
the
leaving my
wrong
side,
way.
Riley.
You get the
You're
idea.
my guardian angel. And I feel that a sense of justice for you finally has been fully served. Now I can start to focus on my future. And you can finally be at true peace.
I don't think that's the last we'll be seeing of Riley. But I also am not the writer of the show. So who knows, it could be a one and done.
You knew
Also,
about
at
the
true peace.
situation the
She's
whole
not a
time, Mom?
ghost. She's an angel.
I did. I owe you a
Then
sincere
again,
apology,
apparently
Phoebe.
you're not supposed to get into heaven if
I
you
am so
commit
sorry
suicide.
that I didn't come outside
Meh.
and be the mama bear that I'm supposed to be. Ever since you were born, you've always been me and Dad's top responsibility. If something were to ever happen to you, one or both of us would
That's
be
really
right
for
there
bad
for
mouthing
you.
the angels.
But tonight was different. when I looked outside the window and saw Paige again after all these years.
You thought back to what happened to me in 6th grade.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons, yes. But the other reason I didn't do anything.
Mom, stop. I don't want to hear the other reason. What matters is that the situation is done and over with. Paige and Kevin are finally getting what they deserve. And I can finally be at peace with my past. Riley hasn't left my side this whole time. She's still with me, as my guardian angel.
Riley as your guardian angel? You know, I could definitely see something like that. It seems that spending the day with Cassandra really did something for you.
It did.
Well, I can't wait to hear more about it tomorrow morning. Right now you should get your pajamas on and get ready for bed. It's getting late. After what happened out front, you deserve some well-deserved and much-needed rest before school tomorrow. As for me, I have something very important that I need to tell Kevin's parents, just so they understand that I've had it with their son.
Oh, I bet it's going to be good.
Do your job as parents.
I see. We understand your frustration and anger, Miss Perez. Do what you must. Well, thank you for letting us know.
Press
Have a
charges,
good
I
night.
guess.
Goodbye. Phoebe's mom is pretty pissed. She's taking legal action and will be filing a restraining order.
Against Kevin.
Yep, she's not very happy.
Reasonable
So
outcome.
tell us, Kevin, are you proud of yourself?
Kevin, answer the question.
I'm already getting into trouble, so what's the point?
Don't get smart with us, Kevin.
After that stunt you pulled tonight, trying to pull some ridiculous plot for revenge, you have just made things worse for yourself.
The fact you got one of Phoebe Perez's former classmates involved is the real nail in the coffin. We told you to figure out how to resolve your problems on your own, but instead you chose to ignore us and still decided to act ballsy. So guess what? You can say goodbye to all of your summer plans. Because your ass is going to military school.
What? No, you guys can't do that.
Yes, we can, Kevin. Your father and I have had enough.
You'll be spending all of your summer break attending military school and being taught much-needed discipline. After this summer wraps up, maybe you'll finally start to behave.
Oh, and another thing. We will be transferring you to another school when the new school year starts. In fact, we are planning to sell the house, pack up, and move further south to San Diego.
Dang.
This will guarantee that you never pick on Phoebe Perez in person
Scorched
ever again.
Earth theory.
Any online bullshit that you are thinking of doing against her or others will not work either. There's going to be no more social media for you, no more computer, and no more phone privileges until you earn our trust back.
Is that all?
That will depend on how much more you want to push it with me and your mother. Now get your ass upstairs and go to bed.
This is the worst day of my life.
Kevin, upstairs.
Yeah, this
to
is not
bed.
the time to be
Now.
smack talking. And strip scorched earth on his ass. Might as well be like, we are also restarting you from Gene 1.
How does it feel knowing Kevin's no longer going to be causing problems here?
I'm very happy about it. Kevin's been nothing but trouble this whole school year for not just you and me, but
Yeah,
for
right.
several students too. With Phoebe being the most targeted by him. His boldness and carelessness are what has finally sealed both his and Paige's fates.
I still love the fact we came to Phoebe's aid. We stopped Kevin and Paige with ease. Strolling up in our principal and vice principal attire, being nothing but total badasses.
We can't
You
leave
know
out
one of
the
them was
fact
actually
that you
blaring the
decided to
music in the
convince an
background,
heir
like
to
on
come
their
along
phone
with
or
us.
something.
We handled Kevin and Paige really well on our own.
You're right about that. But having Samir cut off any and all other possible escape routes was better safe than
Samir
sorry.
isn't even in
Kevin
the
was
series
screwed
and he
either
managed
way,
to make the
but if
save.
Paige had somehow escaped
Well, he is in
back
the series,
wherever
so,
she
yeah.
came from, we wouldn't have known where to look for her. Which reminds me, You never told me what happened to Paige after you kicked her ass and taught her an unforgettable lesson.
She died.
You should have seen it. After I beat that cocky bitch and pinned her to the ground, I got right in her face, gave her the most angriest stare that I could, and then got super strict with her by saying this. Here's what you're going to do now, Paige. You're going to walk all the way back to whatever vehicle you drove. You're going to get in that vehicle and leave, never coming back to this town ever again. And you're never going to harass or traumatize Phoebe ever again either. Because if you ignore my warning, I promise I will make you regret it for the rest of your life. You got on my bad side once. You do not want it again.
Wow, you sure should.
Yeah, get on her bad side
Damn
once
right
you
I
might
did.
survive. Twice?
That'll teach
No.
the bitch.
Just no.
Maybe now Kevin
Newt.
and Paige will finally start learning to be nicer to people and stop trying to make things go their own way instead of the right way.
And now that Phoebe's story has come to its end too, that brings even more layers of comfort.
We won the battle. We kept our promise to Phoebe that we wouldn't fail her.
We sure did. But the main reason we won is because you and I are one hell of a team.
Amen to that.
Heck yeah.
I can't wait to see what the next school year brings.
I'll say. Yeah, I think we made it through the entire season, and Phoebe not once said, "This never used to happen at my old school." Or maybe she did in like an early episode, I forgot. Yeah. Great episode, and great finale to it. How far we've come throughout the series. A little disappointed there wasn't a fight at the end, but this is Beyond, so can't really do fights much. So it had to be a war of the words. Though frickin' Phoebe demolished her via and broke down their entire thing. I guess the mom is the one who called the principals. That's when she saw it, so yeah, that's what was being said, and I spoke over. Yeah. Riley to the rescue with the power of prayer there. The power of prayer prevails. Just good to see bad guys lose and good guys win. Yeah. Well, it was a fun thing to check out throughout. I thought this was going to go and be more episodic sort of thing where it's like, okay, every day there's going to be a new idiot to deal with. No, there's an overarching story. I mean, there's going to be one-off characters, of course. Like, I mean, this started with the freaking caught in the act of sexcapades. I don't know why I'm trying to censor myself. I just say it. He'd been caught in the act of sexcapades, and then it ends with like suicide. Well, it doesn't end with suicide, but a story that involves suicide. So it's like 0 to 100 real quick. Wacky to the bullies got what they deserved. And, yeah. Maybe we'll see them again, though. I know this is highly unlikely, but you can never be too sure. Like when we get to season 5 and the writer runs out of ideas. They're back. Probably never gonna happen, but you never know. Who knows? Yeah. They come back and they gotta try to redeem themselves, and it's gonna take a lot. Not outside the realm of possibility, but yeah. I tried being on his side for the entire thing, and in the end he was a giant piece of shit, so guess I'm on the wrong side of history. Alright, well. Great series to check out, Jace. So yeah, good job on this one, bro. Now I'll see you next time I see you. It'll be in a Try Not to Laugh bonus challenge. Let's see who will win our bet. Till then, later.